Hello Pisces, I'm Christy. You're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Pisces this week? Firstly, you have the Ten of Wands. Then you have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Wands all flipping over. So there's a lot happening really quick for you. As always, I'm going to talk you through these first cards and then I'll clarify them and get more out of them. But with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups being your first cards out, tens are always completion. So you're completing cycles in multiple areas of your life, not just in one thing. There is a feeling of letting go of a lot of baggage that you didn't realize you were carrying until you've let go of it, which is really nice. And also with the Ten of Cups, there's something where you're feeling a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment that's going to awaken you to the fact that you might have been a lot more unhappy than you were aware of, or it's basically like a lot of contrast coming in, because I just feel like Ten of Cups is ultimate fulfillment and ultimate just feeling complete and feeling like you are where you're supposed to be and feeling very, very in alignment with your circumstances. Almost like everything happens for a reason. Like there's something where the way things are working out this week, you're like, okay, I believe everything's happening for a reason because I've ended up here. And because I've found myself in this situation, I know that everything else I went through had to get me to where I am. So there's something really nice about that. Then you have Two of Swords. Two of Swords can be overthinking, because Ace of Swords is clarity, but then the Two of Swords, you have too much clarity or you have two different options and then you're kind of like back and forward. Does it mean this or is it this? And so you're overthinking something and I don't know what until I clarify it, but there's just a lot of stress, but it's mental stress and it's more of, it might actually be coming completely from you. There's not necessarily anything in your environment that is calling you to overthink it. It's just you could be left with too much time on your hands to think about something. I don't know until I clarify. Then you have Five of Wands. Five of Wands, there's some type of fight or drama or conflict this week. I don't know why I feel like this is a game or a joke. As I'm looking at this, like there's laughing. I don't know, it just feels like they're joking about. So this doesn't seem too serious. Whatever this conflict is, whatever this argument is or dispute, it's more comical, it's more funny, it's more entertaining. So that's nice, I guess. I will see for sure when I clarify. Firstly, I'll clarify Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Wands on its own, I didn't really talk too much in depth. So it's more, you could have found yourself letting go, or you're finding yourself letting go of things you were once very committed to. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of commitments, and there's something where you realize, oh okay, only about one of these things actually fulfills me and makes me happy. The other 9 is me doing what others want me to do or what will make others happy because I've always done it, or because I feel obliged, because I feel like I owe someone something. And there's something where you're releasing that and you're living more for you and a little bit more selfishly, but in a good way because it's your life, you know? Like you're allowed to be selfish as long as it's not harming anyone. And there's just something where if you are helping out others constantly or doing what others want you to do, if these are people that are meant to be in your life, then they'll want what's best for you and they'll want you to do what's best for you. Did I just say that twice? I'm not sure. But with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a change and a shift coming once you let go of all of that this week. You're not, there's something here because he's got to be quite strong, right? Man or woman doesn't matter. it's just the person in the card. He's got to be quite strong to carry all that, and there's something where you don't actually realize how strong you've been to keep up with all of the commitments and all of the work and all of the projects you're tied to. That's a lot of strength to keep consistently putting in work into all these different places in your life. And there's something where it's not until you let go of all of the things that aren't serving you and aren't good for you, or you've just grown out of, that then you go, oh, cool, I'm letting go, but this is now making room for something else. It's not like there's going to be an empty gap in your life. It's like, oh, there's a change. And you can actually, I don't know, it just feels like you've been spreading yourself quite thin, maybe, and then there's going to be a change where you go, oh, instead of spreading myself quite thin, I can actually aim all my energy at one or two things and do it quite well, rather than do a little bit of everything for everyone. It feels, you're not expecting yourself to change, or you're not expecting to make a change. It's just gonna happen because of it's meant to happen, if that makes sense. Like, you'll just find yourself saying, I quit, or I'm done with this, whatever it may be. I'm over this. It could be anything, and it could just be like a yoga class, or it could be anything under the sun that you just no longer like doing. And it feels for some reason around friends, or it feels for some reason around family, of like the only reason you still do it is because your family knows you do it or something, or asks you, or does it with you maybe. I don't know. I'm going to clarify the Ten of Cups. The Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is about preservation, or that's how I'm reading it right now. Ten of Cups is obviously, like I said, this is the card of happily ever after. This is the card of being completely content with your circumstances, whatever that may be. There's often a family card, but it's whatever family means to you, and whatever your happily ever after looks like is how you're feeling this week. Even if you don't really see it, you can feel it coming, or you can feel the light at the end of a tunnel in a way. And with the Seven of Wands, there's something you're doing to keep it. There's something you're doing, there's measures you're putting in place, or there's a thinking ahead or preparing. There's a preparing to look after something. Like, you're not going to take something for granted, because there's just there's a huge energy of gratitude around this whole reading. So you're very grateful, obviously, for whatever's happening, and then you want to keep it. Clarify the Two of Swords. The Lovers. To clarify the Two of Swords. So, the Lovers, obviously, very simply could be about a romantic relationship, or it can also be the Choice card. In the traditional tarot, back in the olden days, it's the Choice card. So you either have a choice between two, or there is something here where you are overthinking a relationship with someone, or you're just overthinking maybe how you act in relationships, or how someone else is acting. There's just, I feel as if more thoughts than feelings about something happening. And it's not to say there isn't any feelings, it's just to say the thoughts are overriding the feelings, so you can't really feel into the feelings because your brain is either overwhelming you, or there's just something here with basically with the Two of Swords where you're just blinded by too much thoughts. You could be looking into something very factually, or black and white, and it's time to feel into it. Or that's like, this could be the opposite way around, as in this could be how someone's treating you. They're trying to kind of keep you black and white and not feel into a situation too much. If this is something new, it's there's so many different ways this can go, because obviously some of you are in committed relationships and others of you are single. But overall, overthinking when it comes to love, when it comes to your love life, there's just too much thoughts and not enough feeling. If there is someone in your life that you're overthinking, it's just like, try to quiet your mind, however you do that. And then just try to figure out how you feel when that person's around. Do you feel good? That's a good sign. If you feel bad, that's obviously a bad sign. And I know that sounds simple, but that's the advice from the tarot, is to feel into it more. Because if you're very intelligent, which a lot of you are, it's like out of habit, your mind is working, but you're putting your heart last. And your heart should come first when it comes to love, I guess. So clarifying the Five of Wands, you have the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles. That could be... The Hierophant is very religious, very teaching, it's very spiritual, it's very... There's a huge energy around the Hierophant of commitment and also tradition. So with the Page of Pentacles, some of you are getting married. Now that's a bit of a jump from what I was just saying, but my Page of Pentacles for me as a reader is my proposal card, because it is proposing. It is someone offering you something. With the Hierophant, which is very much tradition, commitment, marriage, ceremonies, things like that. With the Two of Swords and the Lovers, and then the Five of Wands and the Hierophant and this, it's all adding together that it could be a commitment you're overthinking, or a relationship you're overthinking. But how do I put this? So Ten of Pentacles flew out a second ago and I kind of left it for some reason, which means you have 3 tens here, which are completion. The only 10 you don't have is the Ten of Swords, which is the 10 you do not necessarily want in this spread. So you have a really good lot of 10s. 10 of Pentacles as well. That's a really positive card. There's a lot of you that would be marriage, so congratulations, or potentially get prepared. There's something happening with that. I feel a little bit like getting you another card because I'm a bit confused. The Well. The Well is the card from this particular tarot deck that is an extra card, so it's not in all the other tarot decks. And it's all about inspiration and kind of listening to the calling and listening to the feeling and following an urge and following a random burp, following a hunch. So with the Well card and the Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant, there could just be, if this isn't love, if you're completely single and you're like, obviously I'm not getting married, Christy, then there's just a feeling here of you being offered something with the Page of Pentacles. You're being offered a opportunity or a proposal, maybe around your work, because now with this inspiration thing, there's something where you're inspired to create, or you're inspired to pursue something more purposefully, if that makes sense. And with the Five of Wands here, you're then fighting yourself on whether or not you can accept. Like, there's a long-term committed offer, but it's obviously a huge commitment, if that makes sense. It could be a contract you have to sign for several years and you're like, I don't know if I'll still want to be doing it in several years. Like, I don't know, there's something very much, right now you're feeling very inspired, but then you also have, for some reason, Five of Wands of conflict. You might already know what you want to do instantly, and this Five of Wands could just be people around you trying to kind of fight you on it, or just, I don't know, sometimes people can kind of introduce like the worst case scenario and you're like, I know that, and they just want to tell you, I don't know, there's something where, because like I said, it doesn't seem so serious, this Five of Wands, but there is an energy of conflict in some way, of like differing opinions maybe. But with the Well, you're inspired, so it feels as if you know what you want to do. You're feeling called to do something, or accept something, or accept someone's offer maybe, because you're looking at it and you're inspired. And then you have the Hierophant, which is commitment. So you're being offered something. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Weird way to end it, sorry. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tales Tarot Tuesdays.